Okay, so this is to all my parents out there. This is a word of wisdom to you. If you have children, it's very imperative that you're being observant and watchful of the music that they're listening to. Regardless of your belief system, your spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs, whatever the case may be, it's very imperative that you understand the power of music and how it can influence and infiltrate the mind of your children. Now we know Satan or Lucifer, whatever you want to call him. He was an angel that was over music or whatever. So he still has a very, very huge influence over this world and the culture of when it comes to music. So that's one of the things to keep in note, right? So he's the master, he's the god of this world, and that obviously influenced majority of the music and things that we hear already. So that's one thing to keep in mind of. The second thing you have to understand is the power of music. Music is literally a form of meditation. This is why you can hear a song and you find yourself singing. Like, why is this song stuck in my head? Why am I singing this song? Why? Because you heard it. So what happened with music? Music has this power, this unique ability, right? To when it's played, it gets into your subconscious, and when something gets into your subconscious, it can formulate or form the way you think and believe. How I know this? Before I came into Christ, I was listening to music that was formulating a belief system in me that wanted me to kind of be famous. So I would meditate. I began to meditate, and not intentionally. This is just the power of music. So you listen to certain music, it begins to formulate a certain thought process, provoking a certain belief system in your heart and in your mind, right? So when it comes to children, their minds and brains are still developing. They still learning to discern. They can't decipher good versus evil. They can't decipher, uh, what's godly and what's not godly. They just hear sounds, and if it's to their liking, they may gravitate to it. But not only is music meditation, it's spiritual. For those of us that can discern sounds, right, and even in the melodies, their music is literally spiritual. Now I'm not talking about all music. Some music is fine, but there are certain music that's hidden, certain things that are hidden in the music, and there's certain sounds, certain sound waves that can create open portals, right? And these could be angelic, heavenly portals, or it can be demonic portals. So this is why it's important for us to be mindful and be aware of these things, because our kids are listening to these things. And there's a couple of times I've walked in on my kids listening to certain things, certain artists, and I'm like, "What is this? Turn this off." And I'm sure they didn't understand it, and I'm sure they were upset about it. But God has given us as parents stewardship over our children. That means He's entrusted us the ability to make the right decisions for them, which includes protecting them from things that may harm them, whether now or later. Not only does music create portals, it creates atmospheres, right? And I know a lot of us listen to music because of the mood. It can create moods, right? So if you're feeling down, some people like to listen to depressing music. I don't understand that personally. If you're depressed, why listen to depressing music? Why not put happy music to change your mood? But to each his own. We can even see the power of music when it comes to memorizing, when it comes to teaching our kids the alphabets. They came with an alphabet song: ABCDEFGHIJ. You get the point. So that's the power of music. If you ask them to say their alphabets without the music, they struggle to remember it. But if you teach it to them in song, they're able to memorize it. That's the power of music. Music also creates atmosphere. There are a lot of videos circulating around where you see in these concerts, right? And in these concerts, you see in these demonic portals being opened up, and you literally see them performing a ritual live in the concert. Now, a lot of these people that's at the concert are not aware of what's happening, but spiritually, understanding the same way they're creating atmosphere for things to happen, as believers, we do the same thing with worship. If I'm down, I'm feeling sad, or whatever the case may be, or if I just want to spend time with my Father, I put worship music on, because what worship music does, it creates an atmosphere. It opens up a portal where I'm able to meet and spend time with God, and He's able to come down. And not that He's not always present, right? But there's awareness that comes, and where His tangible's presence is able to come in. Worship does that. So music creates atmospheres. So if you're parents, I just wanted to give this word of wisdom to be mindful and aware of what your kids are listening to. Don't let them listen to anything. Y'all be blessed.